Tonight we report on positive news to begin the year for the Moses Lake Ambulance Service, and Big Bend holds an active shooter drill Wednesday afternoon. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. Big Bend baseball splits with Blue Mountain, and the Lady Vikings get a win at Wenatchee. Let's take a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
And as we take a look outside our Weather Center window, we're looking forward to a stretch of very nice days. Really, very nice. All the details coming on up.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
The Moses Lake Ambulance Service made enough money in the first 3 months of 2015 to avoid creating any more debt. The ambulance service made roughly $185,000 more in 2015 compared to the same time period last year. Finance Director Robert Taylor said the service has a net income of about $49,000 and that the financial situation is looking better than it has in a long time. City officials reported on the ambulance service budget during the last City Council meeting. The report compared the first 3 months of 2015 to the first 3 months of 2014. In the past, the ambulance service's finance sparked council members to discuss stopping the service, raising utility fees, or adding a property tax levy to pay for the service. The Soap Lake City Council approved an ordinance Wednesday night to allow all-terrain vehicles on city streets. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
People in Soap Lake will be allowed to ride all-terrain vehicles and golf carts on city streets starting sometime in May after a new ordinance is published. Soap Lake City Council on Wednesday night voted 5-1 in favor of an ordinance to allow alternative vehicles on city streets. Councilman Robert Brown, who wanted more time to consider and discuss the ordinance, voted against it. Councilwoman Joanne Rushton was absent. Soap Lake joins Ephrata in allowing such vehicles on city streets, and its ordinance is modeled after the city of Ephrata's alternative vehicle law. The Soap Lake Council passed the ordinance with a so-called sunset clause that would allow council members to reconsider the ordinance in a year. At that time, the council could again approve or reject the ordinance. The council also added a clause to the ordinance to require whip flags on the vehicles to increase their visibility. Soap Lake's ordinance allows vehicles to cross State Route 17 or Daisy Street at the intersections with Main Avenue and 2nd Avenue Northeast. State law only allows such vehicles to cross highways. The Soap Lake ordinance requires alternative vehicle drivers to wear helmets and have proper lights and signals. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
Grant County told the state the fairgrounds will be connected to the Moses Lake sewer system. Fairgrounds manager Jerry Gingrich and Commissioner Carol Ann Swartz said the county told the State Department of Health the county plans to connect to the city sewer system. State officials are requiring the county to change how it handles waste at the fairgrounds. They claim the septic systems at the fairgrounds were affecting the groundwater in the area. County officials and engineers from Gray and Osborne are working with the state on a plan to connect the fairground to the city sewer system by 2016. The project is expected to cost between $1.2 million and $1.5 million to finish. Gingrich said he doesn't expect the project to start until after the fair and before the spring. Grant County Superior Court Judge Evan Spurline is ending his nearly 32-year-long career as a judge in August. Spurline is 65 years old and announced on Wednesday he planned to retire on August 31st. Governor Jay Inslee will be responsible for appointing a replacement until the 2016 election. Any attorney in good standing is eligible for the position. The judge is paid more than $156,000 each year. Spurline is presently the longest tenured judge serving in the Washington court system. Since he started, state law has dramatically changed, he stated. The judge stated he is grateful for his colleagues across the state, the other Grant County judges, court commissioners, county clerks, court staff, law enforcement officers, county commissioners, and jurors he has served. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
Short break. We'll be back after this.